part 2 of my Q&A, where I'll be answering more of your questions. So I'm going to dive right in. If you like the sound of that, if you came from part 1 and want to keep watching, please do. So the first question is to list my top 5 holiday destinations. Very easy. New York. Somewhere in the Caribbean. I'm going to go out on a limb and say Barbados. Oh, I thought this was going to be very easy. Amsterdam. Really want to go to Amsterdam. Hong Kong or China. I'm going to say China. And Thailand. Next question is, what has been my biggest struggle in life? Biggest struggles will probably have been faced during either my education or relationships. But I'd say my biggest struggle to date was the end of one of my previous relationships. And I'd say it was a struggle because of the way it ended. It ended because of infidelity, which is always a hard thing to deal with. And I would say it was my biggest struggle because learning to trust again after your trust has been betrayed is a hard thing, especially for a woman, because as women, when we love hard. I'm not saying that men don't, but I'm saying when you're a woman, you really invest all of your emotions into a person and trust them. You break your barriers down, and then if that trust is betrayed, your walls go right back up and it's hard to trust anybody again. But it was a struggle because I had my trust betrayed, but I had to learn to build it back up to prepare myself for my next relationship. And even throughout that, I kind of hit like roadblocks where I physically felt the fact that I was being tested, and my trust barrier had to like come down a little bit. So yeah, I'd say that was my biggest struggle. And I think generally the way in which the other person went about it was just, it was hard to deal with. And it was my first serious relationship, so yeah, not the best experience. But I always say to myself, I'm so thankful that I went through that, because I don't think if I'd gone through that I would have met my fiance now. And it takes being in a really bad relationship to really appreciate a really good one and to know exactly what you really want. So I'm really happy that I went through that struggle, actually, because it brought me to where I am today. Next question is to tell us 2 of your most memorable moments. I'd say my graduation is a really memorable moment, because it was the moment that I finished my sort of traditional education and became a woman, essentially. You know, I was out there into the world of work, and it was such a proud day for both my parents and my family and friends. Like I vividly remember every moment of that. So my graduation would be one. The second one probably hasn't happened yet, probably be my wedding day, but I can't cheat and say something that hasn't happened yet. So I would say buying my house. Oh gosh, sorry. Yeah, so buying this house, getting the keys and moving in. That was one of the happiest days of my life of recent to date. That doesn't make any sense. But yeah, that was a really happy day for me. If I could have a superpower, what would it be and why? I would have the power of mind reading, because I want to know exactly. I'm so nosy. Like I hold my hands up. I'm nosy. I want to know exactly what people are thinking, what's going on in their heads. The next question is, have you ever had fake friends? And if you did, how did you deal with them? Have I ever had fake friends? I don't think I have ever had fake friends, to be honest with you, but I tell you how you can spot a fake friend. If somebody is only around when you're going through happy times, and then when you're going through sad times, they're nowhere to be found and they're not supporting you, that's a fake friend. A real friend is there for you in times of joy and in times of sorrow, in times of hardship, in times of celebration. Like, they're there regardless. So no, I've never had any fake friends, because I haven't got loads of friends. I have a very tight circle, so I don't really expose myself to people unless I'm absolutely sure of their character and of their intentions. Next question is, tell us the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you. Right, so I'm gonna keep it all the way real here. So I was in Derby visiting my cousin at uni, and I was about 18, 19 at the time. First kind of getting into like drinking and going out and doing all that stuff, you know, having loads of fun. And we went out one night. Did we go out? Yeah, I think we went out and then we came back and we were drinking red wine, lots of wine, so much drinking. Oh gosh, we got like very, very like ridiculously drunk, which is, it was a very common occurrence at that time in my life, just because, you know, when you're young, you go out, you know, you get a bit tipsy, you dance, do whatever, you know, you have a good time. But I drank too much on that occasion, and as one does when one drinks, I lost control of my faculties, and I woke up the next morning and there was a wet patch on the bed. So I am shocked to say that as a fully fledged adult, I say adult because I don't think you're really an adult at 18 anyway, I wet myself. Yes, I did. Because I had a dream that I was going to the toilet, and I fully did that. I actually did that, and I can't believe I'm saying that on here, but that was my most embarrassing moment, because I then had to go and tell my cousin that, hey, grown woman here just wet herself in your bed. Gonna have to change her sheets. So yeah, hands down, my most embarrassing moment, but I haven't done it since, so there you go. Oh, this is a good one. If our actions had no consequences, what would you do and why? I'd probably go to the Mulberry store and get myself a handbag. Like, if our actions had no consequences, obviously stealing would not be stealing, so I'd just walk in, say hi to the shop assistant, get a Mulberry bag, walk out. I don't condone stealing, by the way, but hey, you want me to answer the question honestly? That's my honest answer. If I won the lottery tomorrow, how would I spend the money? This is so funny because I actually have a list of how I would spend my lottery winnings right here. First, I would spend, I'd pay off my mortgage, then I'd pay off my car, then I'd clear my student loan debt, I would pay for our wedding and honeymoon, sort of outright, then we'd buy a new house and we'd just rent our current house out, get some furniture for the new place, I'd buy a Range Rover Evoque, because that's my dream car right now. I would put a quarter of it away for savings and investments, I'd go on a shopping spree, I'd buy my mum's house for her, and then I'd write, edit and promote my own book. So there you have it. That's how I spend my millions. So if anyone wants to give me $1 million, I know exactly what I'm going to do with it. Did I have lots of boyfriends growing up, and would I say it's made me a better wife and person today? I had no boyfriends growing up. I was a very awkward looking teenager. My first boyfriend was when I was 18, and even then I wasn't very confident in myself. So I would say that not having lots of relationship experience has probably made me more open-minded and more trusting in my relationship today. I don't think that having loads of boyfriends or not having loads of boyfriends makes you a better wife. I think being understanding, being forgiving, being patient, and being loving and caring is what makes somebody a good wife or good partner. So no, my relationship experience had no, it just opened my mind to what's out there and what I want and what I don't want. So yeah, no, I didn't have a lot of boyfriends growing up because I wasn't always able to make myself look like this. So people weren't really that interested. What was it like for you transitioning from a teen into an adult? I really enjoyed it. I think I really came into myself when I transitioned from my teenage years to my adult years. And I experienced a lot of growing pains. I experienced a lot of changes in my personality. And definitely the people close enough to me noticed that. I just became a bit more carefree, a bit less do what you're told all the time, and really started to understand what I really wanted and who I really was. So that was a fun experience for me, actually. What is my current favourite brand or product? My current favourite product, my Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation, if we're talking about makeup, because Star of Substance here. Keeps me matte, stays in place all day, and gives me an absolutely flawless finish. I'm wearing it today and I bloody love it, so that's my favourite brand. That's my favourite product. Favourite brand would probably be MAC. because I think they have a great shade range for women of colour, and I always support brands that acknowledge that we exist. Would I ever get back with an ex if I was offered £10 million? Now, I would do a lot for £10 million, which is something that you'll come to learn about me if you ask the right questions. But that is the one thing I wouldn't do. Never. Never, 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 never. Offer me whatever you want. Financial freedom, like the ability to never work again, and I would never get back with an ex, because an ex is an ex for a reason. They exited out of your life and you didn't move on to the next. What do I do for fun and to unwind? I watch YouTube videos. That's it. What do I know for sure? There is a God and I would like to go to heaven. What are my values, principles or morals that I will not compromise under any circumstances? I would never kill another human being. That is the one thing that I could never do. Not intentionally anyway. Even if it was a choice between somebody else's life and I wouldn't do that. I don't think I would be able to do that. I would also never cheat on someone, because I think that having experienced that myself, it's just something I couldn't bring myself to do. What do I envision to be my career path, and what is my work ethic? My work ethic is I'm very hardworking when I'm at work, and when I'm out of work, I'm not doing it. Like, I'm fully switched on, I'm fully there with you, I'm giving you 100% and 110% sometimes when I'm at work, and when I'm out of work, I'm doing whatever I need to be doing outside of work. In terms of my career path, I'd like to progress to management level in my current job, but no further than that, because I want to really progress my YouTube career and really see that grow and flourish. So yeah. How do I handle difficult life moments? I am a person who believes in letting emotion heal you, so I cry. If I find that I reach a point of difficulty, I cry because it helps me release everything, stress, pent up energy, all sorts. I cry, I go to sleep, and it is always better in the morning with a fresh head and with all of that released from you. How has the experience of planning my wedding been, and what am I most looking forward to after the wedding? So far it's been not too stressful, but I haven't got to the crunch point yet, I'll be honest. I've learnt a lot about myself. I've become more confident in my own decisions. And yeah, I'd say that you have to be a good communicator to plan a wedding, and you have to make it very clear to people what you want from the beginning. What am I most looking forward to after the wedding? Not spending all this money. That's what I'm most looking forward to. I'm most looking forward to having my money for myself and buying myself lots of nice new makeup and clothes and bags and shoes, and not spending grands and grands on tickets and decorations and all sorts of things. That's what I'm most looking forward to. And I'm most looking forward to just being a wife and being married, and just all the new levels of love that hopefully we'll reach after we're married. So yes. What does family mean to me? Everything. Absolutely everything. If you ask anybody, my fiance especially, I love my family. They are the one party of people that can infuriate me but also make me the most happy that I've ever been. Family to me, without my family, I would be almost nothing. Like, they encourage me, they build me up, and I do the same for them. So to me, family is life, and without family, I think there would be a significant chunk of me as a person missing. So yeah, love my family. What has having a YouTube channel taught me? It's taught me to be yourself, to be 100% and unashamedly yourself, and that is how people will connect to you the most. And it's also taught me to just brush off criticism that is not constructive. And it's also taught me how to focus and not say, or I say it's taught me, I'm learning how to focus and look at one point, and also try and not say a lot, which I've clearly said a lot during this video, but I'm very much aware of the fact that I say it a lot, and now I'm going to try and not do it. What is the first thing you do when you wake up? When I wake up, I say a prayer. I think about all the things that I'm thankful for, and I thank God for them. And likely I will probably also struggle with however or not I want to go to work or not. So yeah, if we're being honest, that's what I do. What was your overall uni experience like in terms of the workload, deadline, freshers and friendships? I had a very interesting university experience. I was not on campus. because I went in through clearing, and so I missed out on a lot of the Freshers Week activity and missed out on a lot of opportunities to make lots of friends. I'm so glad that that happened though, because I made one really good friend who I then moved in with halfway through my first year and lived with. I didn't live with her in the second year though, because why didn't I live with her in the second year? I'm not sure, but we lived together and like she's still my friend to this day. In terms of the workload, I am somebody who is very lastminute.com, but I'm a crammer. I can keep lots of information in my brain. So be honest, I barely studied throughout the year and just did loads of revision before exams and kind of got by that way. But what I would say is that's not the way you should do it. You should always brush up on whatever you learn in the lectures, revise throughout the year, and then when it comes to the end of the year and exam time, you'll ace it because you understand the concepts. You're not just cramming really useless information into your head. In terms of friendships, I would say that the people who are your friends in your first year might not necessarily be your friends in your final year. So just take it as it comes. Like, meet people, get yourself out there as much as you can, experience lots of different cultures, societies, go out, do whatever you need to do, explore yourself as a person, and then you'll really truly come to learn who you are. And the best thing about university is coming to know yourself. You'll leave university knowing exactly who you are as a person. And if you don't, you have the rest of your life to figure that out. So don't stress too much about like, oh, like, am I going to be a better person when I leave here, or am I going to get my dream job? Everything works itself out in the end. So don't worry about it. Just work hard, play harder, and make the most of it, because it's really expensive. Did I do any internships? Did I do any internships or work experience at uni? If so, what challenges did I face applying for jobs? Really good question. While I was at uni, I did a sandwich degree. So that means that you do 2 years of study, 1 year of working in industry, and then your final year you go back and finish your degree. And that is why I didn't struggle too much when applying for jobs after uni, because I had a full year of work experience, which most students don't have. And when I say work experience, that's like working for an actual company. I was lucky enough to get a 1 year internship at Microsoft in my third year of my placement year, shall I say. So that was a fantastic experience, and I met more people, and I really got to understand what it is to work in marketing. And even if I had come out of that and thought, actually, I really don't want to work in marketing, it still would have been a really valuable experience, rather than finishing my degree and then realising, oh, actually, I don't really want to work in marketing. So lucky enough for me, I really enjoyed it, and it set me on the path of the rest of my career. But I would say that getting work experience while you're at uni is so valuable. So whether it's in your summer holidays, Easter holidays, reading week, before uni, like, try and get as much experience as you can. Do a placement year if that is offered for your course, because there's nothing more valuable than real life experience. And the final question is, what is my name? And that's hilarious, because clearly I don't say it enough on here. My name is Nadreen. Nadreen Kiwanuka, or Chiwanuka if you want the Ugandan pronunciation, but it's spelled Nodreen. But yeah, that's my name. Don't wear it out, I guess. I don't. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I hope you really enjoyed that Q&A video and getting to know me. Sorry it was so long and that I had to split it into 2 parts, but you guys asked loads of questions, and as I said, I was going to answer everything. So thanks again. Subscribe if you haven't already. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. If you want me to do more Q&As, keep asking questions down below. I'll just gather them in for another Q&A maybe in like 6 months' time. Thank you so much for everyone who sent in questions. They were all really good, and I really enjoyed filming this, and I hope you guys have a bit more of a better understanding as to who I am as a person and what makes me tick. So once again, I'll see you guys in the next video, and whatever you do, keep it stylish but add a bit of substance to it. Bye!